Okay, so suppose example, I will go to the so we'll go here under this. I made a folder yesterday. The folder name was somewhere 11:30 was November. Okay, so you can create a folder somewhere. Give the folder name called HTML. HTML. You will create a folder. Give the folder name called HTML. Create a folder in your system. Give the folder name called HTML. After that, here only you do the right click and select the new, select the text file. We can do the right click here and we can select the new. You will have option called text document. Select the text document and rename like this. As a what? Developer guide. Okay. Rename the text document you created. Give the file name as a developer guide. Give the file name as a developer guide. Give the file name as developer guide. This text document you have here. Do the right click. Developer guide. Developer guide. If you have made yesterday, then very good. If it is not there, you can create a file. Developer guide file is ready. Now after that, on developer guide, you do the right click and you will have option called open with Notepad++. Do the right click and open with or edit with. There is option called edit with the Notepad++. Just open that. So now your file will be available under the editor Notepad++. File will be available under the Notepad++. In this file, you are going to create all the notes. Whichever the documentation, question, answer we are going to write, all question, answer will keep adding in this file. Question, syntax, example, answer, everything. Okay. So the previous code we have written yesterday, some discussion that I have added in this file. So simple step was create a text file and give the text file name as a developer guide, and developer guide file right click, open with Notepad++, and in that if you have some code you can add or let it be empty. We will start from here. And what we discussed yesterday, 4 points. Hope you remember. What was that? Type of tag in HTML. That was, one was called input and another was called output. Input and output, two type of tag we have. Then we have written some behavior of this tag. So we have found one behavior that is called dependent and independent. Dependent, independent, and block and inline. Okay. So you can say one is called DEPEN, dependent, and another one is called independent. Dependent, what it says, you can say suppose if we open the tag called H1 and we close the tag called H1, this becomes a dependent because open and close is their simple logic to understand. Another one you have independent, where suppose you have written many times something like this BR. This is called a independent. Okay. Now, whether your tag is input tag or tag is output tag, tag is dependent or tag is independent, no problem. Okay. If it display in the next line, then it's called as a block level tag, and another one is called inline tag. We have understood in same way, no? We have understood, yes, we have two type of tag, input tag. Through that, we will ask the user input, we'll ask the user to register, we'll ask the user to log in, we'll ask the user to do something. Another one we have called output tag. Using that, we'll display the output. Then in that, we found, okay, some tag we have to open and close. That will call as a dependent. Some tag will be that will be only open. It will be called as a independent. Okay. Next, after that, another thing we have whether it is input or output or dependent or independent, no problem. Once you mix all four, or you understand separate also, or mix all four together also, if your tag will print in the new line, then it is called as a block level. If the tag will print the output in the same line, then it's called as a inline. Okay, these 6 points are important for a HTML developer to understand, because based on this many things you are going to write further. Okay, so 6 points, hope you remember, and it is clear also. We have written on the top, we have written here definition. Input tag used to ask the input from user, output tag used to display the output to the user. Block level element, block level tag, inline tag, block level tag, those tags that print in the new line, inline tag that print in the same line. Next one was called dependent and independent. Dependent, those are that is open close. Independent, those are that is only open. Right? Next, for example, if I go to my system, many folders are there. Inside that, if I go here, let me open any file. We will create the file just for your understanding. Let me open this file. In this, you can see HTML open and close. So it is called as a dependent. Body is also open close, dependent. Table is also open close, dependent. TR open close, dependent. TD all are open close, called as a dependent. One place you can see here called HR. See, only it is open, so it's called as a independent. Okay, this is the code wise. After looking into the code, we understood, okay, dependent, independent. Once we run this page in the browser, then we will get to know it is block or inline, whether it will print in the same line or it will go to the new line. Okay, so that is the next matter. Okay, so what you do is, I will clear this, and maybe today onwards or yesterday also, or maybe after this, whenever you are going to read on internet, okay, what you will find these words. Will make a note. Further, next we'll create the examples. Okay, so today we have 10th November. Okay, next, after that, in the developer guide, you will keep adding the dates. Today what you did, yesterday what you added, tomorrow what. So you will get to know date wise. Okay, so in this, right, even yesterday photo also has explained HTML is in the front and the CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, everyone is in the back. Okay, so then we got to know, okay, HTML have the tag, it has two types, plus nature, behavior is understood. Now JavaScript also want to communicate with the HTML, CSS also want to communicate with the HTML, Bootstrap also will communicate with the HTML. Like every technology, whichever we have, all are going to talk to the HTML. Okay, then we found in HTML, oh, we have the tags inside the HTML. So once you are going to read on internet, like W3 schools or tutorial, or maybe YouTube videos, or anyone, some material, if you are seeing from internet or YouTube anywhere, okay, the tags what we are talking, dependent, independent, it has the various names. Okay, that name we need to understand before writing any line of code. Okay, so what name we are going to write? Suppose when we write like this, H1, or not only H1, leave the H1. Suppose something I open and close like this, close like this. In the term of HTML, what will be called? In the term of HTML, it will be called as a tag, right? In the term of HTML, it will call as a tag. The body open close, this example, last I have opened. So you can say, whichever we are going to write within the angle bracket, everything will be called as a tag in HTML. But you are not going to leave only HTML. After HTML, you have to study the CSS also. CSS is also going to talk with the HTML. So suppose when we write like this, in the term of CSS, what it will be called? It will be called as a tag itself or something else. Okay. In the term of CSS, it will be called as a this one, selector. SELECTOR. In the term of CSS, it will be called as a selector. Okay, so all the HTML tags are called as a tag in HTML, whereas all the HTML tags are called selector in CSS. Now question is, in HTML, how many types of tag you have seen? You have just written sometime before. How many types? 2 types, input and output. But CSS says like, if I'll divide like into 2 type only, I cannot manage your all the works. I cannot make you give you more features. So CSS has divided all the HTML tags into 5 types. HTML how many types? 2 types only. But the same 2 type of tags CSS has divided into 5 types for better something. Okay, so that types we are going to learn further. Remember, in HTML call it a tag, in the CSS call it a selector. When you read from anywhere on internet, if one line is written sentence, inside one H1 tag is written, and suppose somewhere written called selector, you should not get confused. Selector meaning is what? That is also talking about the HTML tags. Okay, come down. Next line. So when we read a line, like suppose from W3 or any website, if you are reading from internet, or if you are reading, if you are just watching the video of anyone, while explaining, if he using the word called selector, you have to understand, oh, he is pointing something in the HTML. He's talking about a tag. Okay. Next line. Suppose when I write like this, further you are going to learn the JavaScript also. Inside the JavaScript, it will be called as an element. In the array also it's called as an element, but in the JavaScript, all the HTML tags are called as an element. Okay, so from internet, if you read some JavaScript tutorial, or if you read some kind of JavaScript theory, what you will find? You will find very frequently the word called element. So whenever element is written, it will point to the 2 things. Number 1, all the HTML tags as well as array inside the JavaScript. Okay, so all the HTML tags are called as a tag in HTML, whereas all the HTML tags are called selector in CSS, whereas all the HTML tags are called as an element in JavaScript. Okay. Next line. We have 4, 5, 5, 6 words we have that we need to know, so that while reading from internet or watching any video and all, you will not get overload. Okay, what is trying to say. Okay. Next, you will be learning called jQuery also. JQuery, jQuery also. So in the term of jQuery, it's called as a control. Control. In the term of jQuery, it's called as a control. So all the HTML tags are called as a control in jQuery. All the HTML tags are called as an element in JavaScript. Okay. One more things we can add. React. In the React, it is called JSX element. JSX element. In the React, all the HTML tags, whichever the tag we have or we are going to study, or you can create your own, everything will be called a JSX element in React.js. Okay, JSX element. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Okay, to understand these 5 words, you have to read 5 pages from internet, then only you'll get to know. But within 5 minutes, you understood 5 words. Okay, all the HTML tags call as a tag in HTML, all the HTML tags call as a selector in CSS, all the HTML tags call as a element in JavaScript, whereas all the HTML tags are called as a control in jQuery, and all the HTML tags are called as a JSX element in React. Okay, JSX called JavaScript and XML. JSX full form is JavaScript and XML. So that you leave it, let it be as of now. Remember JSX element only. Once we come in React, then we'll understand the rule of JSX. It has 5 rules. Based on that, we can create our own tag also. Right? After that, next, our target is to create an example and understand the behavior of HTML tags. Okay, so hope you created the notes. People will ask you in interview, what is selector? People ask in interview, what is selector? Okay, so what will come in that? What will come in mind that time? Means he is asking about HTML tags only, but through different way. He's trying to know whether you have knowledge of CSS or not. Okay, so we can say all the HTML tags are called selector. In case he will ask type of selector, then for that we have to study the CSS. Then we'll get to know total 5 types of selector we have. Same HTML tag you are going to split into 5 types. You will be splitting into the 5 rules. Okay, if this is the rule, then this is called. If this is the rule, this is the called. That we will understand again how it will be. Let's go next. Now after this, I hope everyone is following the Notepad++. So this dependent, independent we have discussed. This one, open close related problem. This will come very frequently. So every editor, whichever the editor you are following, every editor have intelligence of auto close. Auto close. Once you open, closing will happen automatically. Else will forget and will do a lot of mistakes. Okay, auto close. So for that, you go to the settings. Go to the Notepad+, you have a settings. Go under the settings. Notepad++, we can go to the settings. Notepad++, we can go to the settings. Notepad++, we can go to the settings. In case if the voice get break, please let me know in the chat. We will reconnect. Sometime it happen, not always. Sometime if network will become very quick, then it may happen. Okay, so go to your settings. Notepad++, go to the settings. You have option called preferences. In the settings, we have Sublime, no need to do for Sublime, only for Notepad++. Only for Notepad++. Sublime, no need to do. It's already there in Sublime. Notepad++, go to the settings. You have option called preferences. First option, preferences. Under the preferences, we have one option in the left hand side called auto completion. Auto completion. Auto completion. We found auto completion. After that, look at the right hand side. There is a heading called auto insert. Auto insert. Under the auto insert option block, it says like function symbol, a square bracket, flower bracket, single quote, double quote, and HTML, XML close tags. Right. So what to do? You select these 6 checkboxes. Select these 6 checkboxes and just close it. Auto close is ready. So whenever you open any tag, automatically closing will happen. Whenever we open any tab, automatically closing will happen. 6 checkboxes. Hope you checked where it was. I'll repeat again. We go on to the settings. Under that we have a preferences. Under the preferences, we selected the auto completion. Under the auto completion, we have the 6 check boxes. We selected the all check boxes, and after that we made a close. We selected all the check boxes and we made a close. Okay. Now this is ready. Come down in developer guide. Right here, when we create the Word file, our extension will be something else. When we create Excel file, extension will be different. When you create the PPT, extension will be something different. Similar way, when you create a HTML file, okay, what are the extension is possible? So we can write a note here. Type of HTML file extension. Type of HTML file extension. Type of HTML file extension. Okay, type of HTML file extension. The first option you have file name .html, and second option you have file name .html. L is optional. L is optional. Okay, in that you can write in the first one, best for digital marketing, comma Google search you can give. If you are giving your file name as a .html, Google bots, the Google software using the Google console, our page will come in Google search, SEARCH search. Okay, so if your file extension is HTML and you develop a project uploaded on internet, the Google bots will understand your file quickly. The Google search will feel like, oh, it's a HTML file, a static file. Okay, and your page will come very fast in Google search. Okay, so for that purpose, HTML will be the best if your file is HTML. LHTML, second option you can avoid, you cannot follow that, is also fine. Okay, so now we are going to create a file. The file will be test.html. In which folder? In HTML folder. We have created a folder called HTML today. All HTML example you keep under the HTML only. There also will create different folder and will categorize the topic wise and will keep separate. So from the Notepad++ only you create a new file. I will guide you. Test.html should go to the HTML folder. So here is file. Under the file, we can create a new file. Once we have written the notes, create a new file. Give the file name test.html, TEST, and save under which folder? HTML folder. Locate your folder, go there and write your file test.html, test.html. Save the file under the HTML folder. Give the file name test.html. You can check also whether file is reflecting under the HTML folder or not. You can check also whether file is reflecting under the HTML folder or not. So under the HTML folder, I got a file called test.html. So how many people are following the laptop? Please reply once in the chat. Are we using the laptop or only phone or both? Laptop, mobile or both? Okay, because it's a very clean and clear. Development is not a name of those person who speak a lot. Developer is the name of those person who speak less and write more. Understand the logic and write the code. They are called a developer. So for that, system is required. Definitely, we need to have a system, then it will work out better. So laptop, please follow. Within 2-3 classes, automatically you will become comfortable and you will start running like hero. Okay, so hope test.html file is ready and our file is pointing to which folder? HTML folder. Clear? Let's come to the HTML file now. Test.html file. Okay. Anywhere on internet also from today onwards, or maybe you have already seen, every HTML file minimum start from here. The auto close we have enabled. First you press the less than symbol. After that write here HTML. Less than symbol, write the HTML, and after that press the greater than symbol. Greater than symbol. Shift plus greater than. Automatically you will see the closing happen. Closing happened. That is called auto close. Okay, so wherever we enable the auto close, the Notepad++ will understand, yes, this is the dependent tag. Automatically closing will happen. Right? So you can ask, or maybe you will ask, or maybe anyone will ask, why in this HTML file you are starting from HTML? Why can't something else? Why can't body? Why can't some other tag? Okay. Your answer should be, since I'm going to run this file in the browser. Okay. So in the first line, I have written HTML. Indirectly, I'm informing to the browser, I'm informing to the compiler, saying like my document belong to where? HTML. Okay, like suppose there is a dark room and inside the dark room there is no light at all. Once you come to the door, one person is there, they will say carefully take care of your head because from top something will be hanging. So what will do? While going inside, you will see your yes, I should not go straight directly. Let me identify, then let me move next. So what we are trying to say, we are trying to say to the browser, you are coming to execute my file, but make sure this file belong to where? HTML. So that in browser, you can see image file also you can open, PDF also you can open, text file you can open, many type of file we can open in the browser. Okay. Compared to HTML, other extension file will take some time. Reason is what? Suppose you have made a Word file, you made a text file, you made an image file or PDF file. In the image file, PDF file, you will never write in the beginning call as a image, you will never write in the beginning call as a PDF. What we write? Nothing. We write directly contents. And we ask the browser to execute that. Browser will go inside and browser will apply their very advanced feature to understand, oh, what type of content it is. Then browser will get to know it's a PDF file. By then it will take some time to execute. In this HTML file you are writing HTML in the beginning. Number one, you are informing to the browser, my document type is HTML. So while moving forward, inside you will find some tag related to where? HTML. Even sometime on internet, if you will see before HTML, there will be another tag called doc type. Doc type, DOCTYP, doc type. Doc type is also doc type, space HTML will be written. So when we need to write the doc type come for the HTML5 and CSS3. HTML5 code and CSS3 property are little slow to execute. It's not very fast to execute. So whenever we write the HTML5 code and CSS3 code inside a page, that time compulsory we have to write in the beginning doc type as HTML. What is that? While writing the doc type, we are informing to the browser saying like it's a HTML file only, but inside there is HTML5 related codes. HTML5 related code plus CSS3 related code. Before going inside, you be ready to execute HTML5 code. So your compiler will not take long time to execute. It will execute fast. Okay. So that is you can say the doc type will come later once we come under the JavaScript and once we come under the HTML, CSS3 onwards once we start following. But now you can keep in mind HTML is nothing but when we write HTML tag in the beginning, you are informing to your compiler, be ready, the document type is HTML so that it will be execute fast. Next, this HTML to HTML call is a document. This document will break into two parts. One is called head and another one is called body. Always two sections only, not multiple sections. Inside the HTML, you have two sections. The first section is called head section. Another section is called body section. Head section and body section. Now you can identify easily head is the dependent or independent. Clear? Dependent only. Why? Because open close is body is also open close. That is also called dependent. Example, suppose head is open and it's a dependent tag and head is not closed. You started with the body. Then what will happen? Document structure will be wrong. Your JavaScript will get confused. Where it's a start and where is end. JavaScript will not manipulate properly. Okay. So because of that, dependent, independent, we need to remember. Now come down. Go inside the body. What we should write under the body and what we should write under the head section. Okay. So till date, whichever the website you have seen, and inside the website, whichever the content come in front of you, everything come from this section only called body section. Whatever you want to display to the user, any type of information, text, number, audio, video, animation, anything, all has to come under the body. What is the use of the head? We have seen, we have the CSS, we have the Bootstrap, we have the JavaScript, we have the jQuery, we have many more. So all the supporting library you are going to call under the head section. Example, if anyone asks CSS where you will write, we can say with full confidence the library section. That is called head. Head is called library section. There all the library you are going to call under the header. CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, all jQuery also, Angular, everything, whichever the library we have, all the library we can call under the head section. Okay. Some situation will come where some library you have to call end of the body. Some situation will come where you have to call the library in the beginning. That is the next. Once we start merging many things, that time we'll see, okay, where to call and how to call. But as of now, head section is called library section. All CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, every kind of library we are going to call under the head only, and body is for the content purpose. And overall, you saw all are called dependent. Everywhere is open close. Come to the body part. Inside the body now, inside the body, you will write here a tag called, okay, first without tag write here called hi HTML. After that, write a h1 tag and keep here called heading 1. In this file, we will be writing some tags randomly to understand the dependent, independent, block, and inline. Heading 1. Keep one more h1 only. Heading 1. Heading 1 and heading 1. Save your file. After that, I'll guide how to run it. Save the file. After that, I'll guide you how to run it. Okay, so H1 is also dependent, correct? So open close is there. H1 is also dependent only because there is a open and close. Okay, now we will save the file. After saving the file, we are going to run it. Okay, we are going to execute in the browser. When we will execute this file in the browser, that time we will understand H1 is block or inline. Block or inline we cannot identify through the code. Block or inline will identify once it will execute in the browser. Block say like it will print in the new line, inline say it will print in the same line. Right. So look at here now. You can go to the view menu. View menu. You should save the file. Control S, your file will get saved. Go to the view menu. Under the view menu, you have fourth option, view current file in. View current file in. View current file in. Then it is showing the different browser name. Now, whichever the browser you have in a system, select that name. Like suppose I have Chrome, so I will select the Chrome. In your system, if you have Mozilla, iEdge, anything, whichever you have, you can select that. So if I select called Chrome, where it is under the view menu, we have option called view current file in. Whichever the browser you have in the system, select that, and after that, see this page will open in the browser and something will appear. That is the one option. From the view file also we can run, but from the view menu also we can run. From the view menu also we can run. And one more option we have. One more option we have. We can go to the folder, HTML folder, and double click on the file. Just go to the HTML folder and double click on the file. HTML file you have test.html, double click on that. It will open in default browser and it will show you something like this. Correct? So what it is? Block or inline? Block. Any reply should come. H1 tag we have written here. What do you say? It is called dependent, no doubt in that. Open close is there. When we gone to the browser, what is saying? It is printing in the, not in the same line. It is printing in the new line. So if print in the new line, what we can say? We can say definitely as a block level element. Block level element, right? Okay. One person replied block or inline. Come to the browser again. Okay, block only. It's a block only because it's clearly it's printing in the new line. Next requirement says no, heading 1 and heading 1 both should print in the same line. Then HTML will not help us directly. We have to take the help from CSS. CSS will come and CSS will change the behavior of H1 tag. Now the default behavior is to print in the new line. CSS will come and CSS will say no, you have to come in the same line. Through the CSS forcefully will change the behavior of HTML. After that, it will try to come in the same line. Again, some condition will come where we want H1 should go to the new line. Again, we'll ask the CSS, okay, now forcefully ask the H1 to go to the next line, correct? So those way you can convert from block to inline and inline to block. Come next to the this file, okay? Let me write some more tag, okay? Keep a paragraph, just random. Definition and all we are going to write in the next example. Paragraph tag, one text we have written, ABCD. Write one paragraph. I'll guide you one shortcut key. P tag open close. Write inside ABCD, ABCD. Okay, so P tag open close, ABCD, ABCD you have written inside. So paragraph is also dependent. Now suppose this paragraph we want to copy and paste below 3-4 times. This paragraph entire P tag we want to copy and paste 3-4 lines below. So usually what method we have? When you want to copy, you have to select it. After selecting, you have to copy it. Go to the new line. Again, you have to paste it. That only we know. But Notepad++, even some other editor has some shortcut. So here in a Notepad++, you have a shortcut. Suppose if you want to copy this paragraph, any line, maybe H1, H2 or any line, whichever the line you want to copy, first keep your cursor at end of the line. Keep your cursor end of the line after the paragraph. Right. Hope you clicked after the paragraph. After that, in your computer, you have control key plus you have the D. D. After this, you have the D. Press control and D together. Control plus D. Control plus D. Line becomes duplicate. Click here, end of the line and press control plus D. If you are using the Notepad++, Sublime have something else. Control plus D, what will happen? That line become as a duplicate. Copy and paste, it's called as a duplicate. Okay, so this way you can increase your typing speed. You can type little fast. Something you can copy paste, something you can duplicate, and it will be helpful. Now suppose I kept this paragraph total 4 times. Let me run it. Whether all are going to come in one line or going to the next line. You can see here. All are printing in the new line. That meaning paragraph is also dependent plus block. Open close is there, so that is called as a dependent, and it is printing in the new line, so it's called as a block level. Now we'll leave paragraph. We'll follow something else. Suppose we have a tag called label tag. Label. I'll keep here. This is label 1. And one more label will keep below. 2. This is label 2. This is label 1. This is label 2. Save it. This is label 1. This is label 2. Save now and check again. You can see open close is there, so no doubt in that. Now once you run the page, where this both the labels are coming, is it leading to the same line or next line? Same line. So what we'll understand? It's called as a inline element. Inline element. So how many point got clear? One is open close is clear. Another one is next line and same line got clear. Right? Same line and next line is block and inline. Okay. Next, after that, we have called dependent. You have seen already. Another point we have called independent. Another point we have called independent. Let me run this file and see where it is going. It's come in the same line. In case if you want to break the line, you have a keyword called, we have another tag called BR. BR. This way also it will work, and this way also it will work. But this is called right way. BR if you are writing directly. Hope ready. Save now. And let's check once. Printing now in the next line. Line got broken. So which tag we have followed in between? BR tag. It's an independent tag. Independent tag, but block or inline. BR is the independence clear, but it's a block or inline. Block only. Then only it is breaking the line. Block level meaning is what? It covers the full width. It's cover the full width. Then only the next line will go to the next. Okay. Instead of that, suppose if you are confused in the BR, let me put another one called as a HR. HR will also do the same. BR will be BR is without lining, without visibility, where HR is with visibility. Let's look at here. See here. If I run my page, HR is coming in between. Now, how much is the width of HR? The width of HR is full width from beginning to last. So in between there is no place. So that what will happen? Second level will go to the new line. So here you have follow the. Hello, sir. Hello. Yeah, tell me. No, sir. I don't know how you calculate, sir. Okay. On this number, I will ask one other person to call. Please discuss with her. I will give you the number in the group. This one, WhatsApp, I will ping you. Yes. ओके, एक सेकंड रुक जाइए. Okay, next come to the our developer guide. So running for how many people? Can you reply in chat? Page you created and is it able to run? Yes, no, you can send message in chat. Okay, some 8-9 people messaged, but many names are there in the list. You should create the file and write it. Okay, so helpful. We can write, then only many problems will come out. Developer, front-end developer, UI developer, web developer, they don't put mind for the HTML because your finger should remember the HTML. The finger, okay. Suppose when I talk to someone, I can write the HTML code because the finger is in such a practice. Okay, if 0.5% instruction will go to the finger, finger will write it because it has done so many times, it has written so many times. Okay. So practice should be in such a way where mind should say something else, mouth should speak something else, and the finger should write something else. That will not happen without writing. For that, we have to write it. Okay. When you go to the office, when you join somewhere, office will company will give you the laptop. On the system, you have to research daily 10 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours. Okay. No time limitation. People who say I have 5-year experience. Why is saying 5-year experience? Because since last 5 years, daily 8 hours, 9 hours, he is writing the same thing. Not same thing, different thing. Same thing will never come. It will come daily, always new. Okay, but last 5 years, he is writing the code only. Daily 10 hours, 15 hours. Because of that, he say, I have 10-year experience. Okay, if he forget the today code tomorrow, after 10 days, he cannot say, I have 2 days of experience. He will say, I have only 1 day experience, last day experience. Okay, so practice, write it, it's helpful for you. Okay. We'll go next. Next, we are going to create another file. A space you write as of now, how much space you want. Okay. A space, whichever you want to keep writing. After few days, I'll guide you how to format the code. Okay. And again, if you format anything from your hand, it will not happen. Before uploading the file in the server, we have a process of build generation. While generating the build, suppose this code we have written like this for whom? For Namrata. So we have written the code like this. We have written the new line. Suppose here, if I write 5 line space here, this many space, what is happening is you have asked your compiler to read first line and second line. After second line, you are asking your compiler to jump how many lines? 5 lines. Simple. Now suppose you are going from Bangalore to Delhi and there is a direct flight and there is a flight via Mumbai. If you are going via Mumbai, 5 hours delay. If you are going direct from Bangalore to Delhi, 5 hours before. So what do you say? If you are going through the obstacle, delay will happen. If you are going directly, delay will not happen. So when we have run this file here, if I run this file here, in local machine may not find or may not find. Okay. But this, the space you have given, this will delay your file by 30% of the time. Like suppose your page was supposed to execute in 1 second, but it will take 1.3 seconds. Why? Because you have given a lot of white space. Because of that, there is a process of build generation. When developer write the code, after writing the code, we run the command and using some command, we generate the build. The build is nothing but inside your program, inside your code, whichever the white space is there, all the white space will get removed and your code will become single line of code. Your compiler will never find a white space to jump that. You are not making any percent delay in the compiling. You are saying code are continuous. You understand? Okay, that is called what? Minified file. Minified file without space. What we are writing as of now, it is called development version. It is not production version. So whichever the space you want to give that. After few days, we will understand how to format the code and where to format it. Go next. Create the next file. Give the file name called taglist.html. 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 If you are writing the code, whatever you are writing, you try it. Okay, you keep trying. We all are on different track. We are trying to come on the common track. You keep writing. So what will be the benefit? Within 2-3 classes, you will be comfortable. You will understand, oh, HTML meaning is this. Interest will come up. If you only watch, if you will not write the code, 90% possibility after 3-4 days you will not continue. You will feel like overload. But if you are writing daily, you will feel comfortable. And daily, day to day, like whichever we wrote today, your finger will come in practice. One day it will not be overload. Okay, tag list file you created, come inside. HTML open close. Under the HTML, right here, body head also you can follow as of now. Anyhow, head we are not using now, so we can skip the head part and start with the body. Start with the body. HTML, we have discussed 1 minute yesterday. Like while writing the HTML, we are going to understand which type of content and which type of container. Though when you are learning the HTML, that meaning you are understanding, okay, if I have this type of data, I will use this type of container. I will use this type of tag. Okay. So similar way, till date, whichever the website you have opened, when you go to the different pages, you will have the heading. Okay, so heading come from where HTML has given total 6 types of heading tag that start from H1. We can write here called heading 1. It's a bigger one, biggest one. It will come very big size heading. Okay? H1, the biggest one. Another we have called H2. It will go till H6. You can write continuous also. H2 called heading 2. Next we have called H3. H3 called heading 3. Heading 3. Okay. Heading 4. Now what is the use of the heading? H1 to H6. It used to create the heading of the web page. When you go to any company page, it will be written about us. When you go to any page, it will be written called contact us. Go to the register page, it will be written sign up or register. So those come from the H1 to H6 tag. That is given by HTML only. Heading 4. H5. Heading 5. Next we have H6. Heading 6. Heading 6. If you run this page, you will find all H1 to H6 are printing in the next line. Reason, all are called block level element, all are called a block level tag. Okay, and open close is there. So it's a clear, yes, it's called as a dependent. Please write and run once. You will find the difference of H1 to H6. H6 is the smallest one, H1 is the biggest one. How bigger heading you want to create inside your page? Bigger heading H1, a smaller heading H6, medium size heading we have 2, 3, 4, 5. We can follow H1 to H5. You are unable to create another file. There is option called file, then new. Inside the new, there will be option called new. Click on that and then save as. That is the way. Under the Notepad++ file menu, there is a new option. Click on that. Again, write some code and save it. If unable to save, there is option called save as. Here, save as option is there. Click on save as. You will be able to save it. Written, running. All are printing the same line or next line. H1 to H6. Next line. All are called block level element, and all are called a dependent element. H1 to H6. We will write some small definition for that. Where to use and where not to use. In one page, how many times to use. Right below another tag called paragraph. Paragraph. Okay. Inside the paragraph, I will write the usage of, or maybe in developer guide we can write better. P tag used to display text data in web page. News portal, or maybe some the Flipkart product details, or wherever you can see like bulk text. Bulk text. People use the paragraph tag. It has some certain limitation. So we wrote here p tag used to display the text data in web page. But what is the limitation? Next line you can write. Use the p tag. Use the p tag. P tag if text length is more than 130 character. Paragraph when to use? Not for the smaller text. We have multiple type of tag for that. So if your text, wherever you are displaying the product details, profile details, user details, item details, or any article, any kind of post, any kind of blogs. Okay. So if you are displaying our company about us, company product, about services. So when those kind of text data we are displaying in the web page, we have to remember the paragraph we can use in those scenario. The content text length should not be less than 130 character. Okay, 130 character. If you are aware of memory overflow and memory underflow, that problem will come here. Okay, paragraph is a bigger container. It's need minimum 130 character. Because of that, we say okay, don't waste the memory size of your browser. Whenever you display the text data, let's keep a limit. If less than 130 character, we will use some other tag. More than 130 character, we use the come down below. Write the next line. If the text is up to 130 character, what to use? We have a tag called label. Inside we can write again. It used to display text data in web page. Paragraph tag is going to, label tag also going to help you to display the text data in web page, but limitation. L-A-B-L-E, label. You can say here, use p tag if text length is between 1 to 130 character. For 1 to 130 character, we will use the label tag. Not only label, we have some more for that. Alternate option we have. And more than 130 character, we will use the paragraph tag. When you go to the Flipkart or other website, when you see the product name, when you see the price, when you see the MRP, when you see the discounted price, when you see somewhere mobile number, when you see the email ID, when you see the gender, when you see some kind of age, when we are displaying this kind of a small text inside the web page, we have to remember, use the p tag if the text length is more than 130 character. For a small text, you can use the label tag. EM tag we have, REM tag we have, some more we have. Now run the page. What you will find? Paragraph also new line, label also new line. So in this, we got the definition of label and paragraph. H1 to H6 definition we will write in developer guide.
Last time that use p tag if text length is
not p tag, use label tag. Label tag, L-A-B-L-E, label. Okay, use label tag if the text length is between 1 to 130 character. For 1 to 130 character, we can use label tag. Okay, come down below again. We can run this file just like this. We can run here and we can have a look. H1 to H6 will come, paragraph will come 2 line, then both the label will come in single line. Coming down. Next, right? Or better come to the developer guide. We will make a small notes, then we'll create the next example. So hope you clear in that. How many points? 5-6 point. You are running this page. When you run this page, these all are output tag or input tag?
these are
Output tag. We have not written any line of input tags. Okay. Input tag we have not written. We will not write even now. We will write after finishing the output tag. We have many type of output tag. We will finish that all. We will design different type of layouts. After that, we'll come to the input tag. We will finish the input tag, and then we will merge input and output. It will become as a project completely in HTML. Okay, input tag will learn separate after few classes. Now you are going through the output tag. Okay. Okay, so hope ready, and your page is running also. These all are the basic things, not very difficult. But first time if you are learning, definitely difficulties will come. See the what is the minimum criteria to learn the web designing development. Okay, education wise can be anything. We cannot say a become person cannot learn it. Anyone can learn, anyone can become a developer. Okay, using the education we cannot estimate your learning skill. Okay, but to understand this subject, minimum criteria, you should be able to operate your system. Like suppose we are creating the file, we are saving somewhere, we are able to run from somewhere, correct? So those basic skill is required. You should be able to operate your system. That much you do, then HTML is not big deal. We can convince you well. Every technology, slowly one by one, you will understand all properly. But operation, system operating knowledge is required. Okay, just take care of that part. Remaining, I will guide you step by step. See, matter is like content I have the content. I need to transfer you. So again, we need to understand which content will be fit when. Like suppose now directly if you go somewhere, will feel like okay, uncomfortable, unable to understand. So some certain sequence is there. We have to go via this way, then only we can reach somewhere. And once we look back, we will feel, oh, this all area I know. So that's what we are following now. Okay, so let's come to the developer guide and write in this limitation of H1 to H6. H1 to H6. What is the use of that? Okay, you can write here. It used to create the heading of web page in developer guide. Look here, write in developer guide. Please make a note in developer guide. What is that? H1 to H6. What is the purpose of that? Whenever we are creating a web page, inside the web page, we need to have one heading on the top. Okay, so if any user will open the page, he will see the heading and he will understand, oh, this page is for this purpose. Come down below, limitation, where to use, where not to use. Okay, so we have to write here in each page. In each page, H1 is required minimum and maximum one time. In each page, H1 tag is required minimum and maximum one time. That meaning is saying like whenever you are creating a web page, you are displaying some data, H1 you keep there. Heading tag should be there. H1 is required. How many times? One time. In one page, equal heading, like equal font size heading should not repeat two times. User will not differentiate this is the main heading or this is the subheading. So what we will do? We will remember whenever we create the page, in each page H1 tag we will add one times, minimum and maximum one time, so that it will create a heading and user will understand, oh, this page is as a contact us page, this page is as a about us page. Okay, come down. H1 to H6, it used to create the heading of web page. In each page, H1 is required minimum and maximum one time, not multiple times. Next line you can write H2 to H6. H1 we wrote, now H2 to H6, what to do? Minimum and maximum, no limit, If you are following, also no use. If you are not following, then also no problem. Okay, S2 to S6, minimum and a maximum, there is no limit. If you are using also well, if you are not using, then also well. But better keep every page H1 at least one time, so user experience will be better. Whenever if a person will open a page, he will understand this page is for what purpose. Clear? Now come down. After that, that is the rule of Google. The H1 to H6 minimum, maximum one time we have written that I have not written from my side. Okay, when you develop a project and give to digital marketing people for the promotion purpose, project will have in the multiple phases. First will be development, second will be testing, and third will be marketing. So developer has developed, tester has tested. Now marketing people will come. Marketing people will come. They'll say like login page, there is no heading here. Contact us page, there is no heading. So what will happen? Again, call the developer and ask him to modify the page and add the headings. Right? So that time, again, page should not go for the modification and page should not be in the lower priority in the Google search. So better follow the rule. For paragraph, what you wrote in one page, paragraph when to use, especially for text data.
More than
Okay, and if you have a text more than 130 characters, label when to use for 1 to 130 characters. Write a short line. Use p tag if text is more than 130 characters. Okay, label tag use for text data if it is between 1 to 130 characters. Use it if the text is between 1 to 130 characters. Now, what will be the difference between fresher and experienced developer? Experienced developer, when he will write a page, while writing the page in his mind, 10 plus rules will keep on walking while writing the code. If fresher person who have no experience, when he will write the code, his target is only the output. How I will bring the output? What will happen in the future? That is no matter. Okay, but experienced people will write the code. He will see the output as well. Yes, I want output like this, but he will remember the possibility of the future. Okay, so fresher page, when he will design, behind that someone will be there to look after, yes, what you are doing, what you have written, where you have written. Call it a code review. Code review will be done by little experienced people. They will see, yes, you have written the code, show me what you have written. Whether are you going to take care of the future also or not. Okay, so for those all the things, if you are learning from the from inside, it will be helpful for you. Okay, so till here we have written. Now after that, write the next type of tag. Okay, here we can make a note, a small note, then we'll create the example. Right, called type of list in HTML. Type of list in HTML. We have one called OL. It's called order list. Order list. Second, we have called UL. UL. Unorder list. And one more we have third called DL. Definition list. These all are the example of output tags. Write this, then we'll create example. Order list is of 5 types, unorder list is of 4 types, and definition list is of 2 types. We'll create example, then we'll make a note of that. Hope written. How many type of order list? 3. OL, UL, and DL. Okay. In MS Office, when we use the MS Word, in MS Word, we have a feature called bullets and numbering. You have seen anywhere bullets and numbering? That bullets is this one. Which one? Unordered list. And numbering is order list. Okay, I'll show you first. Let them to make a note. Then I'll open the MS Word. I'll create one line, 2, 3. I'll show you order list how it works. Unordered list how it works. We can make order list inside the order list. That is called nested order list. We can make unordered list inside unordered list. That is called nested order list. Okay. And till date you have opened 100 plus websites. In every website you see the menus will be on the top. Menu, navigation. In some website you will have only menu. Some website will have menu inside menu, sub menu. So everywhere, okay, even we are going to follow the same. Everywhere from today onwards, whichever the website you see with the menus and sub menu, that will be based on this. Based on which one? Unordered list. If only menu, then only order list. Unordered list. If the menu inside menu, that is called nested unordered list. Okay, when you move the mouse on services, multiple services will open. When you click there, some more menu will open, right? Those are based on this unordered list. Okay, every developer, 99% of developer use unordered list tab to create a menus inside the website, menu and sub. Okay. Now, if you are written, then let's come to the create a file called first order list.html. Order list.html. So how you will create the order list? What will be the structure of the file name? Suppose we discuss, okay, create a file order list.html. Remember, now the hand should behave like a developer. Okay, feeling should come like a developer. Whenever a developer will create a file, example, we are going to create a file called order list. So order and list should not have the space. File name, no space. Folder name, no space. File name must be related to functionality. Folder name must be related to content. Okay, it should not be file name XYZ and XYZ is a login page. File name xyz.html and XYZ is a login page. Tomorrow, once you open the file, once you go to the system, you will not understand which is my login page. So better file name should be related to functionality and folder name should be related to content. Then only it will be helpful for you. So order list, don't give a space. We have multiple options, underscore, hyphen, many things we can apply. File name, suppose you are going to create a file called order list. How you create? Like this, order space list dot html. It is dangerous for future. Okay, wrong. What you will do? You do like this. Number one, order list dot html. This is also okay. Or order hyphen list dot html. This is also fine. And order underscore list dot html. This is also fine. Okay, capital small is the next matter. Spacing related. We should not give the space between the where file name. Okay, so I will suggest you as of now follow the first line. This method will be helpful for you. Hello. Okay, let's go ahead. Create a file called order list.html. Order list. Reason, I cannot teach everything in one day, no. Reason, everything cannot be explained in one day. If everything will be explained in one day, then it will become as a lecture. It will not be as a class. I started something else and went somewhere else. Learn step by step will be helpful for you. Okay, so hope HTML is open. Open the body. Head part you can skip now. Once we come in CSS, then we'll follow the head. Doc type head and all, not now, later. Let's go there. Write H1. OL. Order list example. Order list example. Order list example. When we were children under the 5 years, under the 6-7 years, we have never understood the meaning of ABCD. Have you understood that? No. Meaning of 1, 2, 3, you are thinking what will happen of this in the future? No. But when we grown little, then we understood, oh, I'm running on ABCD only. I'm running on 1, 2, 3 only. Correct or not? Right? But there is one time where a parent cannot explain to his children what is the meaning of ABCD. He will force, no, you learn it. What is the impact of that? Automatically will understand after some time. Okay. So some problem is there. That solution, someone know, but they cannot explain you because there is no meaning of that. If you explain, then it will come to the head and go out of the window. No meaning. So automatically time will come. We'll understand. Oh, this is the case. Then this will come from. Okay, written. Open the OL now. Close the OL. OL open, OL close. Okay, not 0, 1, OL, O and L. We can write 0, 1 also. Not 0, 1, it's OL for order list. Okay, order list. In the order list, we have sub element. Element meaning the main tag, sub element means inner level tag. The OL is open close. Inside the OL, we are following called LI. LI is called a list item. List item. List item. OL and LI. OL and LI. OL and LI. LI is called list item. Now come inside, write some LI. Maybe apple. Write some more LI. Write some more LI. Write some more LI. Write some more LI. Save the file. Automatically we will see order list will appear. By default it will be 1, 2, 3. By default order list will generate 1, 2, 3. We have various type also. We are going to write that. By default will come as a 1, 2, 3. You can check once. This is called order list. After writing, you can run also. I will show you first the bullets and numbering in MS Word. Then after that, we'll discuss again on this. Okay, hope ready. Run the page. Let's confirm once. Is it working? One, two, three, four, five will come. हाँ छोटू, हाँ छोटू, ठीक है। 1 2 3 okay, so by default 1 2 3. Now let's write here type equal to 1, type equal to 1. This will also give 1 to 3 only. Type equal to 1, this will also give you 1 to 3. The default type is 1 itself. The default type is 1 itself. Default type is 1 only. It will give you 1 to 3, something like this. Default type is 1. Next, come down below, write the next OL. Next OL. OL type equal to capital A. Capital A. It will give you again order only, but alphabet order. A, B, C, D. That is also in uppercase. LI, some city name we can write. Some city name we can write. Type is property. Type is a property. A is the value. Type is property. A is the value. So once we specify the type, it will follow the type. It will come in the same format. Like if you are given 1, so what will come? It will come as a 1 to 3. If you have given as a small one, a small a, it will come as a small 1 to 3, A, B, C, D. Save now. Sequence, how it is coming? A, B, C, D, small or capital? It will give capital A, B, C, D. This is called, this feature is called numbering in MS Word. Come down. Write the next OL. We have 4 5 types. OL. OL. Next OL is type equal to, type is the property, default property for OL and UL. Type is small a. Now it will generate the ABCD only, but it will come in lowercase. LI, home, second LI, about us, third LI, contact us, fourth LI, one more, our services. Save it now. Again check once. It will give you the ABCD in lowercase. if you have a plan, it should not start from A, it should start from the D. It should start from the D. It should start from the F. It should start from the M. Then we have to find the position. Suppose if you want to start from the D. So D is available on which position? A 1, B 2, C 3, D is 4. So what we can write here? We can write here another property called start equal to 4. So it will start from where? In the ABCD, which character will come on 4th position? From there it will start. It will not print from A, it will start from the T. You can check once. Coming from the D.
Yes.
It will start from the D because D is available on which position? 4th position. If you want to print from the M, M will come which position? So many inside, correct? If you want to start from the X position, so many inside, right? Okay, so whichever the character you want to start from, you need to find the position of that. Like suppose C you want to start from. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. So we'll write here start equal to 3. It will start from the 3 directly. Okay. Come down next. Another OL. Sometime on internet you see data will come, some content will be there, below some description will be there, after that some points will come, and that point can be ABCD also, 1 to 3 also, a small or capital, and one more option is there called type equal to this one, Roman 1 to 3. Type equal to Roman 1 to 3. So for Roman 1 to 3, we have to specify type equal to I tag. For capital, if you want to start, then you have to write called capital I. A small Roman, if you want to start, then you have to write a small I. Let's keep here. Some over Li, call as a dashboard, some over Li, call as a maybe log home, maybe one more Li, call as a profile, PRO, profile, some more Li, maybe call edit profile, something you can display and check once. This is called capital Roman 1 to 3. This will give you the capital Roman 1 to 3. In this also you can find the position like a start from where?
Start from
3, 4, 5, 6, that will print. Come down. We have one more OL. OL type equal to a small I. Inside that, display some city name. Check now. Okay, so this is called order list. Total 5 types you have. Type is a number, type is a capital A, type is a small a, type is a Roman I, a Roman capital I, and then type is a small Roman 1, 2, 3. So this 5 types you have. You can use this. Using HTML, we have this many types. Using CSS, we can create our own type, we can create our own property, and we can apply for order list and unorder list. So pretty. Sequence, how that look? That look like this. This is the type equal to 1. This is type equal to capital A, type equal to a small a, type equal to capital I, and type equal to a small I. Hope working for all. We can create another file, last unordered list. The theory is in one day we cannot be a developer. Okay. In one day we cannot be a developer. So for that daily you have to do something. Then keep doing. You will have a lot of materials and then you will become a better developer. So writing part is compulsory. Okay. Let me ask from them. Honesty is the big policy. The people who sit in home, your system, you only can see. Right. So you are writing or not writing, we don't know from here. Correct. So hope you are writing. Because speed I have control. I'm not following the proper speed. I'm going on the slow track only. So everyone should be able to write. Up liko up, you write it, okay. Meaning will come soon within 2-3 classes. The impact will start happening. In one day, definitely everything is not possible. It will happen in few days, but for that we should start doing from beginning. See, many hundred people I have during the lockdown. During the lockdown, they have attended the classes and they are developer in the market now with some year of experience. Lockdown is running last 2 years. Okay, so the people who have attended online classes, they have done everything online. They have never seen the face of those person who teach him. Okay, sometime once they'll come here, I will be in front of him only and he will ask, I want to meet to the CRM. I will say, I am the person here. Okay, then he will say 2 years is gone. We have learned from you only. We never seen the face. So what is that? Meaning we need to do it. Okay, try. Okay, what code we are writing, you write it. Okay, it is a kind of preparation. It is a kind of preparation for the future. So keep following. It will be helpful for you. Go ahead next. So we will go to the next file. How many type we have written? We need to make a note in developer guide. For OL, how many type we have? We have one call type equal to number, right? Next we have type equal to capital A. Second we have type equal to a small a. Next we have type equal to what is capital I. Next we have type equal to a small I. Capital I, small I. These all are the type of order list. Now let's make a note under the unordered list also. Then we'll go for the example. So you write here type equal to none. None means nothing will come. Only text will come. In front of text, no symbol. No 1, 2, 3, no ABCD, no nothing. Just your text will appear whatever you are writing under the LI. That is called as a type as a none. So when we create a menu and submenu inside the website using the unordered list, you will not see anywhere dot or anything because there will write through CSS type as a none. So none of that type will come. Just it will display plain text. Go here. Next you write call type equal to, you can say a square. It will give you the square symbol. type equal to disk. It will give you the disk kind of symbol, dot, the circle and then dot in between, disk square. Next we have called type equal to circle, 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 type equal to circle. Okay, so this 4 type we have, disk, square, circle, and one is called none. This is under the unordered list. So according to need, we can display the type of square, and with the help of CSS, we can manipulate it, we can change the color, we can do something. Okay, so after making the note of that 4 line, you are going to create a file called unorderlist.html. You will create a file called unorderlist.html. Unordered list. Unordered list. File you create, give the file name unordered list. Unordered list .html. This will be the last file. Let's go. Write HTML, open close. Inside that, follow the body again and write inside h1 ul unordered list example. Unordered list example. Unordered list example. Unordered list example. So first we have a ul, full form is written on the top, unordered list. Inside that you will write the type equal to aspire, or maybe, okay, write the type square, aspire. Inside that you follow the li. Will keep common content everywhere, so keep call home. Next li is about us. Li is called about us. Next li is called contact us, and next li is one more call our service, our services. Save it. Okay, here I will write one HR tag. HR tag, like how for UL you have follow a property called aspire. Similar way for HR tag there is a property called color. HR is called horizontal rule. Full form if you ask, horizontal rule. It is going to bring a line from beginning to last. So for that line we are setting the color as a red color. Color as a red color. So color is the property and red is the value. Next, another one, what should be the thickness of the line? So for that we have a property called size. Size equal to 10. 1 to 3 also you can give and check. So it is going to create a horizontal line, horizontal rule, you can say a line from beginning to last, a red color with the size of 10 pixel. Thickness of the line will be 10 px. Please check once. Thickness of the line will be 10 px. Hope written. Please check once. Is it coming? The line red color from beginning to last. Thickness 10 pixel. And it will display you as a square. Square symbol will come and thickness will be 10 pixel. Check now next. Next another UL we can write here. Next UL with type equal to square you follow. Right here call circle. Circle, and inside circle keep the same li. Which li we have written on the top? Same li you keep here. Same li you keep here. Hope written. Now right after that, one more HR. Something like this. Give some different color. This will come in circle. The type format will be as a circle. Next again we have one more type. We have one more type. We have one more type, disk. So we can write here the next UL type equal to disk. This also you can keep the similar li, and then check once. All three are different types. Disk, square, circle. Ready? Something like this. Disk, not disk, a square, circle, and then disk. Three types. And we have one more called none. N-O-N-E, none. Write one more in the last. One more UL open close and keep type as a none. One more UL open close, and for that UL you can write type equal to none. Type equal to none. 3-4 option we can keep again. Type equal to none. Type equal to none. In between one HR we can keep. On line will come. Any color. So this color is the property that is limited in HTML. Because of that, you will be taking the help from CSS. You have written color here, you have written size here. This is called property. property and value. So that property and value is limited in HTML. Because of that limitation, only HTML is not sufficient to do everything. So there we will take the help from CSS. And after that, like suppose this HR is coming inside. For this HR, we want to apply a border. That is not possible in HTML. We want to apply something two color combination, red and green. That is not possible through the HTML. So according to need, we will extend the feature of HTML with the help of CSS. So someone have asked what is the color, what is the size. So this is called property and this is called value. And the HR is the tag name. For tag name, we have to add or we have to remove the property and value according to need. None is coming, none with nothing, just directly text data. None is coming directly without text data here. Here directly text data is coming with no any kind of, even not only this much. Suppose if you want to keep your hand symbol in front of li, possible. Okay, anything is possible with the help of CSS. We have after before property. Using after before property, before li we can say hand, before li we can say circle, before li we can say square. Okay, so that can be modified, or you can design a image and you can write the CSS saying like before li image should come. What will happen? Before every li image will come. Or on internet you may have seen the somewhere in the page, suppose left navigation, when the cursor will go there, some kind of arrow key will come, designed arrow key with the image icons. Those are called about through the CSS. Okay, but basic, until unless body is not ready, you cannot do the some, like suppose if you say the car, inside the car what you have, there will be something inside, very metal, a strong body, then only on the top of that wheel and everything is fit. So your HTML kind of is a body. Okay, on the top of that you will apply the CSS, you will apply the bootstrap, you will apply something, then it will become a functional. Okay, so hope working for everyone. Check now. Working or not working? Any reply? Here is, this is the one. Here is the output. Home, about this is the square, this is the circle, this is the disk, and this is called none. Okay, so this is your final output. So hope working for everyone. I will share you the file also in your chat. If you are in the log, if you are in the laptop, you can download it. Green color is not coming. Color, check the spelling of color. Spelling of color, COLOR. You may have written COLOUR. Color spelling is in the programming COLOR, LOR. U is not there. COLOR. COLOR. Working? Okay. Okay, then this CSS file I'll give you in your chat. You download it. Not CSS file, this HTML file, some 2-3 we have made. It will come to your chat, you can download it. And definition list tomorrow. DL tomorrow. In one day, if you learn more, it will become overflow. Okay, in one day, if you learn more, it will become overflow. So let it be this much only for today. Tomorrow we will see the definition list and we'll see the table. We have multiple different design of table. We will work on table and definition list. And maybe before table, we need to see how to link the pages. Definition list, page linking, and that table. 3 things only tomorrow. Next again we can plan. This video is recorded. From tomorrow onwards, we'll give you